لا أقسم بهذا البلد وأنت حل بهذا البلد ووالد وما ولد لقد خلقنا الإنسان في كبد أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد يقول أهلكت مالا لبدا أيحسب أن لم يره أحد ألم نجعل له عينين ولسانا وشفتين وهديناه النجدين فلاقتحم العقبة وما أدراك ما العقبة فك رقبة أو إطعام في يوم ذي مسغبة يتيما ذا مقربة أو مسكينا ذا متربة ثم كان من الذين آمنوا وتواصوا بالصبر وتواصوا بالمرحمة أولئك أصحاب الميمنة والذين كفروا بآياتنا هم أصحاب المشأمة عليهم نار مؤصدة. So this is Surah. The name of Surah is Surah Balad. Basically, Balad meaning is city, and the blessed city, the holy city is Makkatul Mukarramah. So, because in the Quran, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, whenever He swear, so He swear by the city of the Makkah, because this is holy city. Holy city, yes. So, La uqsimu bihadha al-balad. I swear by this city. Wa anta hillum bihadha al-balad. And you shall be free in this city. Wa walidin wa ma walad. I swear by the father, and Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, wa ma walad, and the offspring, the mankind. Laqad khalaqna al-insana fi kabad. We have certainly created the man in toil. أَيَحْسَبُ أَن لَّن يَقْدِرَ عَلَيْهِ أَحَدٌ. Does man think that none shall ever have power over him? يَقُولُ أَهْلَكْتُ مَالًا لُبَدًا. He said, I have wasted wealth in abundance. أَيَحْسَبُ أَن لَّمْ يَرَهُ أَحَدٌ. Does he think that none see him? أَلَمْ نَجْعَل لَّهُ عَيْنَيْنِ. Have we not given him two eyes? وَلِسَانًا وَشَفَتَيْنِ. And have we not given him the one tongue and two lips? وَهَدَيْنَاهُ النَّجْدَيْنِ. And show him the two paths. فَلَقْتَحَمَ الْعَقَبَةِ. So for what reason does man not emerge from the abyss? وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْعَقَبَةِ. What will inform you what the abyss entails? فَكُّ رَقَبَةِ. It entails setting slave free. أَوْ إِطْعَامٌ فِي يَوْمٍ ذِي مَسْغَبَةٍ. Or on a day of hunger feeding. يَتِيمًا ذَا مَقْرَبَةٍ. An orphan relative. أَوْ مِسْكِينًا ذَا مَتْرَبَةٍ. And or a dust covered destitute. ثُمَّ كَانَ مِنَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْمَرْحَمَةِ. Then becoming of those who have iman, who have believed faith, those who encourage each other to be patient, and those who encourage each other to be compassionate. أُولَٰئِكَ أَصْحَابُ الْمَيْمَنَةِ. These are the people of the right who will enter the Jannah. وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا بِآيَاتِنَا هُمْ أَصْحَابُ الْمَشْأَمَةِ. Those who reject our ayat and our revelation, are certainly the people of the left, alayhim narum mu'sada, the fire will be shed over them. So this surah, this like summary of this surah, I would like to say is basically Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in this surah, human being, the insan, if you see whenever he coming in this world, it start with hardship and through the struggling, when he was in the storm and the womb of the mom is also, mom was struggling, and when he came out also, he came out with struggling and striving, and after that, when he is young, his parents were struggling and striving, and when we became, young, and when he became adult, get married, also he has a lot of responsibilities, So if you see, the human being is all the time struggle, right? But this human being is ready to struggle to take all the responsibilities. He said, I'm responsible, I'm father, I'm brother, I have to take care of my family, I have to get up, wake up in the morning early, why you struggle? He said, I'm responsible. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the way you feel, other things are your responsibilities, and you face all hardship of those other things. So why not you are struggling and striving to follow the deen of Allah, to follow the command of Allah whenever any hardship comes? Why you are not struggling for that? Why you are not struggling for that? It makes sense, right? If you are ready for this worldly hardship, for the sake of worldly stuff, you ready to face all the hardship. So why you are not ready for the akhirat, for the whole forever life? Forever life, for the Jannah. Why you are not ready to struggle to follow the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Because all the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you need to struggle. Without striving and without struggling, you cannot follow the command of Allah. For the salat, you have to come. For the hajj, you have to spend the money, you have to go, you have to travel. For the zakat, you have to spend your wealth and your money. Everything, require effort. So for worldly stuff, you are ready to spend your effort and you struggle and strive. Why you are not ready whenever any command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addressing to you? So why you are not ready to struggle and strive for that command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is benefit you in this world and hereafter? That's what this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to say in this surah, the summary of this surah. So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, La uqsimu bihadal balad. La, the human being think, okay, this is the only life, this life of dunya, this worldly life is the only life, whatever, chill out here, after that you have nothing to do. This is his idea and his concept. So Allah said, La, wrong. Whatever you said is wrong. Whatever you are thinking is wrong. La. Uqsimu bihadal balad. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swearing by what? With which balad? The city of Makkah. See, city of Makkah, how is that? City of Makkah is also, filled with all desert. There is no any grass. There is no any green. In this time it began all the facilities are coming over there. But on that time there is no any easy over there. But people also traveling to that city with a lot of striving and struggling. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to make us understand, to go this holy city, you are striving and struggling. After struggling and struggling, you can reach that holy city. The same thing, O human being, if you want to achieve the Jannah, you have to struggle and strive. If you have to struggle and strive. So this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, La uqsimu bihadal balad. So you are living in this Makkah city. And Makkah city has nothing. It's all the like totally desert. It's dry. Or no green land. But you live here. And you guys try to reach here to do the tawaf and to go to the city. Why? Because you think this is a blessed place. To reach this place, you're struggling a lot. So similarly, O human being, O human being, you have to reach the Jannah and paradise. So you have to struggle. Whenever any commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala come, you have to follow it. Even your nafs doesn't want this. You feel bad. You need to struggle. But you will, after that, you will get the paradise in Jannah. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, La uqsimu bihadal balad wa anta hillum bihadal balad, and you shall be free in the city. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam also, when he was in there, people before, all the people were saying Sadiqul Amin, right? Sadiq, truthful person and trustworthy person. But when he started the deen, effort of the deen, all the began against with him. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was also struggling and striving. What happened? He was struggling and striving. After that, one day when he entered again to there, as a conqueror of the city. So he became conqueror of the city also after hardships, going through all the hardships and difficulties. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, wa anta hillum bihadal balad, and you shall be free in the city, wa walidin wa ma walad, by the father, in the human being, Adam alayhi salatu wassalam, and offspring. You see, this system or family is easy. It's not easy thing. The mom and father, even mom, you see, she know if I get pregnant, how much difficulty I have to face. Even she was asking from Allah, give me kids, I want the kids, I want the boys, and I want to have the girls. Even she know if I get the kids, what happened? I have to struggle and strive. But even she ready. Why? Because she know, how much like this offspring ni'mah is, how much like blessing for her. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, similarly, if you think, any command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is look like very hard, you have to face it. After that, I will give you eventually, and in the end, tranquility and peace in this world and hereafter the Jannah. Wa walidin wa ma walad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, why is swearing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kids and parents? Why? Because like the way, kids is blessing for the parents, and that your parents know having kids is not easy thing. Like all the life, you have to struggle. You think, in the young time, this after that, when they become adult, whole entire life. Until you will not die, you have to struggle with the kids. When they are baby, the struggling is different. When they become, like boys, girls, the struggling is different. When they become youngsters, the struggling is different. When they become adult, even they get married, how many times a day, my mom, your mom, and if you have mom and father, they calling you, hey, what's going on? How is my grand? Now, double and trouble, the grandson, they have more worry about for them, for the grandson and for the granddaughter. So all the life is struggling, but we are willingly to, get struggle for this ni'mah. Why you know this is a ni'mah. This offspring thing is a ni'mah. This having kids is a ni'mah. So you ready to get struggle and striving? So Allah said, oh human being, same thing. If any command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala you see is look like very difficult, so you should not avoid from there. You should not disobey any commandment of Allah. Face it and obey it. Eventually you will get the peace and tranquility. لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي كَبَدٍ. We have certainly created man in toil and in hardship. So this is our choice. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created this human being, full of this hardship. If you choose deen and the command of Allah and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so, this striving and struggling is blessing for you. Otherwise, you have to struggle and strive for the worldly stuff. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decision. When you come in this world, nobody, even president, even millionaire or billionaire, ask them how they can sleep. No? We are very free. We are normal people, right? Public people, general people. Wherever you want to go, you can go. How much billionaire, millionaire, president? They cannot go whenever they want. They need, all the security and this and that. They not feel secure. They not feel secure. So, and everyone is struggling. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, okay, if you choose to struggle for the deen and for the effort of the deen, this is your choice. Otherwise, you have to struggle for the worldly purpose. You have to struggle for the worldly purpose. So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أَيَحْسَبُ أَن لَن يَقْدِرَ عَلَيْهِ أَحَدٍ. So, those people who said, oh man, I will do whatever I want. I don't need to struggle. Allah said, أَيَحْسَبُ أَن لَن يَقْدِرَ عَلَيْهِ أَحَدٍ. Does man think that none shall ever have power over him? Did you see? We did not come in this world with our will, right? With our will, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us. So you did not come in this world with your own wish and will. So how do you say, I will do whatever I want in this world? You are under the control of someone who is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Otherwise, every people will become happy, right? Every people will become happy, but nobody want to become sad. But they have to be sad. They have to face the hardship. If they are not control of anyone, everyone want to become happy. But this is not happen. Sometimes we are happy. Even we don't want to become sad. We have to face the sadness. We have to face the hardship. So what we learn is we are someone under the control of the someone who is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sometimes I did not want to face this hardship, but I have to. Why? Because you are control of the someone. You are not in Jannah. You are not in paradise. You are in dunya. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أَيَحْسَبُ أَن لَن يَقْدِرَ عَلَيْهِ أَحَدٍ. If you say, I will do whatever I want. So Allah said, what do you think? You are not control of anyone. You are full control of them. Under the control of them. Whenever I want to give you any test, you are full control of me. You cannot do anything. يَقُولُ أَهْلَكْتُ مَالًا لُبَدًا. The person who disobeyed, he said, oh okay, I have money. I have wasted the wealth, in abundance, and I can do everything. أَيَحْسَبُ أَن لَّمْ يَرَهُ أَحَدٌ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, does he think that no one is seeing him? Allah is looking him. Allah is looking us. Whenever I am doing, Allah is looking me. What is the mean that? I can take revenge anytime. I can take revenge anytime. I can take revenge anytime. Alam naj'al lahu aynayn. This is the way of the Quran. Always, sometimes Quran, try to encourage you with the virtues and fadail. And sometimes Quran warn you, with the warning. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, first of all, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala warning. Hey, you didn't know I am looking to you? You didn't know you are not in my control? After that, Allah said, Alam naj'al lahu aynayn. Oh human being, you didn't know. Who is the one who gave you this two eye? Who is you give this two eye? Can you imagine this eye? Allahu Akbar. To research this eye system, there are I met one doctor, he said, just, to check the one person eye, in the department, 11 doctor is, in that department for just one eye. Whenever check any eyes, 11 doctor is looking the, this eye, all the system. Even there are, different part of the eye. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make for us. You see, the big, very amazing system of the eye. You can see the in darkness also. You can see the in darkness, and which part Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put in this eye. The above the eye is also bone. Under the eye is also bone. So whenever you fell down, so directly not hit, directly to your eyes. And also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cover, with in the eye, with the eyebrow and with this, all the system. If you see only alam naj'al lahu aynayn wa lisanan wa shafatayn, lips, 2 lips and tongue. Shah Abdul Aziz Muhaddis Dehlawi rahimahullah, he said, why Allah mentioned these ni'mat specially? Because whenever a person born in this world, he need what? These 2 eye and lips and the tongue. Otherwise, he cannot suck the milk of the mom. If there is no lips, how you can suck the milk of the mom? Alam naj'al lahu. If you don't have eyes, so how you can suck? So Allah said, Alam naj'al lahu aynayn wa lisanan wa shafatayn. Wa lisanan, 1 tongue and 2 lips. Why? There's just, tongue is only 1, and to control this tongue is 2 lips Allah give us. So this is ishara and sign. Whenever you talk something, you have to control your tongue. Before you talking something, Allah give you 2 lips to control this tongue. Alam naj'al lahu aynayn wa lisanan wa shafatayn wa hadaynahu najdayn. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He guide us 2 parts. They are part of the Jannah, they are part of the Jahannam. This is part of the paradise, this is part of the hell. This is part of the goodness, and this is part of the evil. Your choice. You have to choose. You have to choose which part you are choosing. وَهَدَيْنَاهُ النَّجْدَيْنِ. Najd meaning is, basically the part which is going to the up. Which is going to the up. So Jannat is, Jannat and Jahannam is, we have to go into when we go into to Allah, we will see the Jannat and Jahannam. So Allah said, وَهَدَيْنَاهُ النَّجْدَيْنِ فَلَقْتَحَمَ الْعَقَبَةَ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْعَقَبَةُ. Maybe good enough, inshallah. We will do rest of that part, inshallah, next week, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us tawfiq to the Quran. Subhanallah. You understand something or no? Yeah? Oh yeah?